So I'm here in Bisley. This is where I grew up, and I'm doing the video here for a lot of different reasons. Ultimately, I'll explain throughout the video, but it was important I came here to, I suppose, tell this story. And normally, those of you who've seen any of my videos before, they're jokey. They're usually me taking the piss out of myself or society in general, quite often with some silly little social media language, and generally just prattling around. But this video isn't about that at all. This is, I'll be honest, it might be a little bit uncomfortable to hear some of the things I'm going to say, and I'll be brutally honest, I'm not even sure I want to, but I know I need to, because I think there's so much smoke and mirrors, so much bullshit in day-to-day life, and especially now with social media and people not being honest and not being true to themselves. And yeah, I think for me to explain a bit about me, where I am, why I am here, and what I want to do, and hopefully how that can help you if you need help and affect your life in a positive way, I have to go way back. And that's why, like I said, I came to Bisley, because this is where I grew up. And unfortunately, it's not one of those stereotypical things where it's like, oh, so many happy memories, so many great times. Don't get me wrong, I did have some good memories here. I did have some good times here, but ultimately, the strong memories are the worst of my life. So you may or may not know, when I was 18, I lost my brother. I had an older brother called Rafe, and I lost my brother to leukemia. Since then, I've endured a lot of struggles, shall we say. Not the my girlfriend broke up with me for 2 weeks, I was low struggles. I'm not talking about that. It's life-changing stuff, life-altering, potentially life-ending. And for me, I think it's important I share this, because I know there's a lot of people going through their own struggles, their own hard. You know, when you're thinking about your own struggles, sometimes they can seem just like never-ending, insurmountable. And the thing is, if you can dig in, and if you can persevere, and if you can seek help from wherever that may be, do the best you can to alter your way of thinking and start engaging in positive activities, i.e. working out regularly, eating a better diet, minimising your vices, staying away from drugs, staying away from alcohol, staying away from gambling, staying away from all the kind of things that give you short-term gratification but long-term problems, then you can start to turn it round. So I think challenging yourself, setting yourself little goals, and staying fit and healthy they're the pillars of living a better life and having a better mindset and a mental state. So yeah, I would implore you to do that. Be honest with yourself, be brutally honest. Even if you can't be that honest with anyone in your life, like say you don't feel you can talk to your other half or your best friend or whoever, you've got to be honest with yourself. You've got to be brutally honest with yourself, and that's fucking hard. It's not easy. Like, people sugarcoat this kind of stuff, and it's fucking difficult. But ultimately, that is exactly what you have to do to change the way you're feeling and the way you're thinking and the way your life's going. So for me, a big part of that was setting myself challenges, like in June when I did the 1,000 burpee challenge. So give you a bit of a backstory on that. It was years ago. I watched a guy called Mikko Salo, who he was one of the early kind of CrossFit guys, and he's from Finland, extremely fit, just like a all-round absolute freak, just unbelievably conditioned. I remember watching a video about him, and he was interviewed, and the interviewer said, "Oh yeah, so what about doing the 1,000 burpee challenge again?" And he was like, "No way, no way." And bear in mind, this is a guy who's like the top of the tree, the best of the best in terms of physicality, fit, strong, conditioned, mentally, rock solid. And he was like, "No, there's no way I'd want to do that again." And that got me thinking. I was like, if this guy's like building up that much kind of dread about this thing, I need to do it. I need to experience it, and I need to challenge myself. So, long story short, I've raised a lot of money for different charities over the years. So since losing my brother, obviously we've tried to raise money for Link and Click and a lot of the leukemia charities, and latterly I've been lucky enough to have children. I've got two little kids. I've got Jackson and Phoenix, and obviously now I've kind of understood just the importance of being a father and how amazing it is. So we wanted to reach out and help people who were struggling and suffering through awful situations with their children being ill and stuff. So we raised a lot of money for Lucy Air Ambulance, and we also raised money for Winston's Wish. And anyway, that was primarily why I did it. It was like I wanted to raise money for charities that were great causes and needed help, but also it was a massive mental challenge for myself. Physically, obviously that's a challenge, but mentally it was a challenge. Training for it, like it didn't go as I'd planned, because basically, cut back a little bit, it was last January. It was my brother's birthday. I was sat at home feeling pretty low, pretty depressed, pretty down, having a few drinks, and I was like, I've got to fucking do something. And the 1,000 burpee challenge had always kind of excited and frightened me, and I thought, do you know what, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give myself a goal, a target. I'm going to voluntarily make myself uncomfortable for the greater good. And that's exactly why I did it. And doing that, there were so many positive ripple effects from me, just some guy in in a basic little gym. Anyone who doesn't know, I've got a gym called Empower in Stroud, and we packed it out. Loads of people came and supported, and it was awesome. So I did the 1,000. Doing the 1,000 was awesome. My point to you being is, you need challenges. You need to challenge yourself, and it may seem absolutely unbearable, the idea of doing something physically and mentally hard when you're feeling low, but ultimately that's what you need to do. Don't put too much pressure on yourself initially. Just set yourself something, and then take baby steps towards getting there. Give yourself enough time to prepare, and make sure you prepare. So I did that. That was in June. I did 1,000. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's great, you never have to do any burpees again." And even literally as I finished, I thought, I need to better that. I need to go one better. So instead of going one better, I'm going 1,000 better. I'm going to do that this June. And then ultimately, after that, I want to do 2,000 in June, as long as the body holds out, because I've got, surprise, surprise, a few injuries. I'm going to go make an attempt on the world record in 12 hours. So the maximum burpees you can do in 12 hours. At the moment, it's about 4,600, I think. Anyway, obviously close to the time I'll find out exactly what it is. But yeah, 2,000, raise a lot of money for charity. And then when I go for the world record, that's going to be my biggest personal challenge. And like I said, personal challenges, no matter how kind of scary and insurmountable it might seem, that's exactly what you've got to do. And I would implore you to do that. Find something that matters to you, find something you care about, and do something with it. Don't just get beaten down by your discomfort and your pain. Use it to your advantage, so you can create a positive out of a negative. You can do that. You just have to challenge yourself. You have to be fucking brave sometimes. I don't know that I can do these things, but I'll fucking throw myself in harm's way and find out. And I would I would definitely advise you to do so too. So basically that's a little bit about what I'm doing. One of the reasons I wanted to share these things with you is a while ago I was speaking to someone and I was talking to him about the challenges I've done quite a few, but we'll keep it short. And she said, yeah, but it's easy for you. I'm like, the fuck do you mean easy for me? Like, where are you getting that from? I mean, I've had, as long as I can remember, much as I don't want to admit it, I've had serious struggles with my mental health. I'm not talking about, a couple of months. I'm talking about years and years. I lost my brother almost 20 years ago now. That was the main damage that I've received throughout my life, obviously. And to this day, as you probably notice, I struggle with it hugely. And there's not a day that goes by that I don't think about my brother. I still dream about him at night. For years, I couldn't sleep. I literally couldn't sleep. I would go to bed, I'd stay awake, and it would get to about 6 in the morning. I'd finally drop off for a few hours. Without exaggerating, I survived years on probably averagely 2-3 hours a night. And I've had so many. I'm not saying this because I want people to feel sorry for me. That's not what this video is about. But I've had so many problems, so many issues in my life, mainly stemming from losing my brother, but other stuff as well. And my point to you is, no matter what you're going through, been through, or may go through, you can go through it, you can get through it, and don't write yourself off. If you're in a place where you're really struggling, you must do something about it, and it will seem fucking impossible at times. It will literally feel impossible. You may get to a stage where you're so far gone that you just think there's no return, but there is always a way back. Don't ever give up on yourself. Honestly, I've been so close to doing that, and now I see my children, I'm like, thank fuck I didn't. There's always a positive that can come out of every negative, no matter how fucked up and how bad it is. So my mission from here, and it's taken me a long time to get to this point, to know where I want to go with it, but ultimately I've decided that charity and fundraising is a massive part of what I want to do and who I am. Obviously, training people, being a personal trainer, that being my passion. I want to take that to a much wider audience, help people who need help, inspire people who need inspiration, and ultimately I want to get families fitter and healthier. I'm a family man through and through, and my biggest pleasure in life is spending time with my family. And my other main passion would be fitness and training. So I want to combine the two, and I want to bring that to people who feel lost and abandoned and feel like they can't make improvements, can't make changes. And that's what I'm going to do. So part of my mission, 2,000 burpees for charity in June. World record attempt on my birthday. I'm not going to tell you how old I'm going to be. At the end of August, I'll be 38 for the record. And then also to get 1,000 families in one space at one time, i.e. through live video, working out together at home. So those are my goals moving forward. And what I'd love you to do is think about what you want to do with your life and how you can inspire people, how you can make your life better and make the lives of people you care about better, and ultimately do something about it. Everyone's got that opportunity. You can do something about it. If you're alive, able-bodied and willing, even if you're not able-bodied, you can still fucking do stuff. So no matter what the struggle is that you're enduring, remember that there is a way through it. However hard it may seem, there is a way through it. Don't ever give up. Keep going. Sometimes you just have to fucking survive. It's about perseverance. You can't always be a 10 out of 10. Sometimes you might be a fucking 2 out of 10. But fuck it, be a 2 out of 10 and try and build to a 3 out of 10. So, like I said, I apologise if this came off kind of a bit deep. I could go on for ages, but the take-home message here, I'm probably not necessarily what you think I might be, whatever that might be, in terms of I haven't had it easy. Getting to this point to where I've found happiness and I'm content. I'm never fully content because I always want to push myself and push on and better things and make my life better and the life of the people I care about better. But I've been as low as you can get, and I've managed to get through that, and I am getting through it, and I am progressing, and you can too. No matter where you are now, there is a way through. Don't ever fucking believe that there's not. It was hard coming here today, I've got to be honest, it was fucking hard.
About something, real talk many times too close to the ledge, but I feel that's gotta be something. I don't know